Well, hello there. This is my second take. Apparently, I recorded the video, but with no audio, so that was no good. So anyway, this is in my first film's review on YouTube. The film I'll be reviewing is actually called Solace. Now, or Solace. Now, at the very beginning, before the actual acting started, they actually started off what the actual term of Solace means. Now, everyone knows what the term solace means. It means to comfort someone if someone died or whatever, So that's technically what the term means. Now, I don't really know how it actually considers the actual film, but anyway. So here's the reviews I'll be doing will be divided into two, whereby my take on the movie itself, like what I thought of it personally, and the actual plot in question. Now, the what I thought of the movie is as follows. Sorry about that. It's not what it turned out to be exactly. I would describe it as you'd have to be very mentally stable, or as the United States puts it, emotionally stable. There were plenty of mature themes, such as, well, like you'll know, I'll be saying shortly, like we call it self-harm because that's the technical term I know very well over here, and other cases of mental health traumas, etc., and of course the usual crime and all that, Now, in terms of the rating system, I prefer if it were actually higher. So say 60, maybe even, but definitely 60. 15 plus is a bit cutting it, But then again, like I said previously, that if you were to have mental health issues, sorry, before at the age of 12, 13 or whatever, it may, but it all depends. It'd be debatable, so to speak, but still, that's just my personal take on it. It's just some guy off the net, But anyway, the film in general had the crime, the shooting, the stabbing, the usual, nothing new, Now, the one scene that was quite disturbed, actually, fairness, for me personally, is actually the scene was actually showed a woman who was one of the victims. Sadly, don't know how she was a victim, considering she was actually still alive doing the actual wounding or whatever. She was actually self-inflicting herself as by way of slicing her wrists, and hence the death occurring, etc., which is quite disturbing, to be honest with you. Then again, afterwards, another scene that was quite disturbing too was when this particular scene of an autopsy of another kid who was sadly another victim was occurring. They had taken the brain out of the skull, and literally, as I typed it, that's my quote and not them, I get a bit queasy. They literally sliced the brain in half as if it were a monkey, or as if it were a cake. Now, like I said, you can lead on to like so Body of Proof, which God, I forgot your one's name. She stars in did star because the show was finished. Desperate Housewife. She starred in that. She played, I think her real name is Diane, or whatever her name, or Catherine. She played Catherine in the Desperate Housewives series. So she's in this in the kind of new Body of Proof TV series. So the likes of all autopsies should be left in that kind of TV series, But anyway, so then the plot was on the ball, alright, no question about that. The main character, who is played by Anthony Hopkins, character name being John, he's clearly suffering from some form of mental health trauma. Now, in the film, it explained that he actually had his keep saying wife for some reason. His daughter died of leukemia, apparently a very painful one. That's very not painful considering it's the cancer of the bone, so that would be very painful. So he was even asked, what does he have? When another character, God, I think her name's Kat, I'm not sure, she asked him, what does he have, like what condition does he have, or whatever. He himself couldn't bring himself to reveal the actual condition. Now, I'm going to read out the plot in itself now. Now, the plot itself was self-explanatory. Now, when I saw the trailer, I was actually hoping, well, it actually went towards according to the trailer. It actually said in the trailer that it was one of the criminal was a step ahead of the character, the main character being John, who is this guy who played by Dean Morgan, who's the surname. Now, he hires out John, who's played by Anthony Hopkins, and I found that it went according to the trailer, but it's not the kind of movie I would be into anyway. But when I continue on to plot, Joe, along with his partner Catherine, who is played by Cornish, surname, help with John to solve very similar crimes. Now John is the guy who has psychic visions, played by Hopkins, in that the victim is of a dying nature. So the victim is already dying, and the killer, literally actually kills him off by stabbing or whatever he does, Now they have an underlying issue. So, for example, a kid, i.e. the boy, was actually dying already because he had brain cancer, as we later was revealed, and he literally goes to stab the boy in the neck. So it's a bit gruesome, alright, to be honest with you. So likewise, Joe the detective, which is played by, again, as I say, Dean Morgan, was actually shot and later revealed that he was in stage 4 cancer. So the killer, Charles, I don't know how to pronounce his name, of Morrissey, the character name, is played by none other than our Irish fella, Colin Farrell. Now, with this guy, his surname wasn't actually known, his name was not put up in IMDb, which I found very weird. Then again, not even IMDb picture, hence why on my Facebook notes there's no picture. I actually find that very weird. So, something not right about this film apparently, but anyway. So the film deals with whether someone should kill out of compassion, quotes from the film, or mercy, which is the same thing, I think, anyway, to know, but anyway, or mercy. However, John, being played by Hopkins, rightly points out, we can't play God. And the film literally ends on that kind of peaceful note, because towards the end of the film, we actually see John actually killing off his daughter, and we see at the very end that John's ex-wife, I don't know if they're ex or not, that bit I can't actually recall, which I'm not going to bother recalling. Elizabeth is the wife's name, or ex-wife, whatever, and they obviously get back together, and the film ends on that note. So I myself will end up on that note, and I will speak to you in the next review. Possibly tonight when I go to see another film, but as I will see. Alright, look out yourselves, speak to you later.